Okay, halftime report for the Gasparilla Bowl for Florida versus Tulane. Unimpressed at all with this Florida offense. I mean, moving the ball between the 20s is not an issue for them, but once they get inside the 20s, they make mistakes that cost themselves touchdowns. You had a penalty by, I believe it was Bryce Lovett or somebody that got a penalty, and it knocked Florida 15 yards backwards on their backwards, and their drive started out to the second field goal of the game. On both field goals, Florida had to burn a timeout because for some reason in year three under Billy Napier, he still can't get 11 men on the football field uh, to avoid a penalty, and that kind of pisses me off right there because if you would have just taken those penalties and not burn those timeouts, you could have had a couple of timeouts left before halftime to maybe give yourself into a field goal range for another Trace Mack field goal because apparently he's the only one, or at least the only one outside the defense that showed up to play today. The defense is doing everything that they can. Granted, it's against Tulane's third string starting quarterback because their starting quarterback and the backup quarterback opted out to enter the transfer portal. But all in all, you can only play who's in front of you, and the defense for the most part is doing everything they can. Desmond Watson has made some plays in the backfield. Tyreek Sapp has delivered some good pass rushes. Bryce Thornton and Jordan Castell made a couple of plays. Miles Graham is getting his. It's just the offense not showing up. Now, the run game for Florida has been good. Jacoby Jackson's leading the way. Jaden Ball had some nice 9-yard carries. But DJ Lagway, and I have to say this, man, you need to do a better job of protecting the football and stop trying to ad-lib and make so many crazy plays to get extra yards instead of taking what's there, because you made two interceptions that you were throwing it to a dude that to a Tulane guy that was like reading you the whole time. On the second interception, this was while Florida had the ball at the 4-yard line and Tulane's 5-yard line. You had Hayden Hansen running to the right side of the flat. He appeared to have been open. Maybe there, I don't have the all 22, so maybe there was a Tulane guy there that made him go away from that. You also had a running back to the left on the flat that all you had to do is make one guy miss and he's in the end zone because it's only at the 4-yard line. Just not good playing right now by DJ Lagway. And I don't know what's happened, but he struggled in the Florida State game when Florida State's defense was much worse than what he has gone up against majority of the year. And in this game against Tulane, I'm not going to say Tulane is necessarily has a good or bad defense. I don't know because I haven't followed them the entire day, but it's not like they've just absolutely they have confused you on those two interceptions, but it's not like they're playing truly lights out because, like I said, Florida is just moving the ball on them at ease. They have over 250 yards of total offense in this first half, but only 6 points to come away with it. Billy Napier, I've given you a little bit of a break because you won your last 3 games and you've done a great job in recruiting. And you just added a nice transfer portal addition in the UCLA receiver. I'll talk about that in another video. But today, man, your team is looking like what we saw in the first year, in year one. Guys can't get lined up. Guys can't get properly formatted in their formations before the play. You got an illegal shift that took away a big run. You had penalties that were hurting your field goals. Luckily, Trey Smack was still able to come through regardless of that. It's just this is just not a good coach game by Florida. Running backs are playing well. The offensive line is not. They did let DJ get sacked on one play. For the most part, they're holding their own. The defense is doing everything that they can, and the special teams is the only reason why you have points right now. But man, I'm not liking the way this game is headed. I still think Florida will likely win this game, but I'm not impressed at all with their performance in this first half. And they really need to they need to get it together for the third quarter. But that's really it. Just a quick little rant here because I'm just not enthused at all by their performance. And quite frankly, I expected a way better performance today than what I've seen, especially when you consider the fact all the major contributors for Florida, except a few, are still playing. You still got Castell, you still got Thornton, you still got Shamar out there, you still got Chimere DK and Elijah Badger playing. There needs to be a better performance in this second half.